Hey guys, Az here. In today's video, I'm showing you how to solo SM Graveyard as a mage at level 34, and you can do this all the way up to 39. Technically, you could do this at 32, but it is a little more difficult, a lot more difficult in my opinion, because you don't have mage armor, and therefore your mana management has to be really good. Also, it's easier just to go because you don't have mage armor, right? What you want to bring for this boost is a lot of good mana potions. You can't skimp out on the mana potions. You need the current level ones for your level. You can't skimp out on this, as I said, because you'll just go you really need that extra mana. I do recommend engineering for grenades. They deal with the illusionary phantasms quite well. So it will help out if you get some of the bad ID RNG, where you get a lot of haunting phantasms. That's going to spawn a lot of these phantasms, illusionary phantasms, right? But I'll show you in the run how it works. Just quickly, the mob types. This guy right here, he's the one who summons the illusionary phantasms, and if you have a lot of these spawned in your ID, it makes it a little more difficult. Then we have the illusionary phantasm, and these are the ones the haunting phantasms spawn. Direct hits make them go away instantly, but Blizzard does not remove or does not make him, vanish. So nades work, Cone of Cold, Fire Blast, Flame Strike. These abilities do work on them and will make him go away. So that's why grenades are really nice, because you can remove them once a while with that and not have to do much else to deal with them. Then we have Unfettered Spirit. These small ones, non-elite. I mean, they're nice. Free, they're super easy to handle. Melee, no abilities. And they don't hit that hard, but you get a lot of them in a pack, right? So, yeah. And then we have Anguished Death. This guy, there is one ability that he does that you want to be wary of or aware of, is the Veil of Shadows. Reduces healing effects for an enemy by 75% for 15 seconds. So if you have this debuff up, you do not want to use a healing potion. You don't want to bother, bandaging. So you want to be aware if you have this up before you use your healing stuff. That's pretty much it. I'm just going to open up the run now. It's about 60 to 80k XP an hour, depending on how fast you are. But yeah, let's get into it. So what I do, I walk up and I poly the one on the right here. Body pull the one on the right. Cone of Cold if you want, doesn't really matter. And then just blink here. I like to save my Nova in case I get dazed or for here, right? I didn't hit very many with my Nova there, but that was a bad Nova. And then you just want to get to this over here, right? Jump up. Depending on what character model you have, it can be more or less difficult to hit these jumps, but I find on the side here is super easy, where I jumped instead of on the front. For some reason, as a human female, it's a little bit hard actually to hit the jumps. It's not that consistent unless I use these sides. So full health, full mana, and then we're ready to go. I'm just gonna engage these by wanding. And here it's actually nice with a fast wand. Not that it really matters, but yeah. Pulling with wand. It takes quite a while before they actually reset, so you can stand up on the ledges for a bit. They will reset their health if you stand up there too long, but they won't drop combat on you that fast. So it works out while pulling. And you want to cycle Cone of Cold, Blink, Nova to not take too many hits. I'm gonna do a jump here that you don't have to do. like this one where I land there and jump here, it allows me to pull the hunting phantasms without, or whatever mob is there, without taking the melee hits. But you know, you can just run around that if you want to. And then I'm jumping up against this wall, kind of like we can do in Sunken Temple, to make the mobs stagger a bit. So you have plenty of time to make it. And make sure you're being mana conservative. If you can use wands, right? But rank 1 Frostbolt, no, not Frostbolt, I mean Fire Blast and Counterspell, etc. Up here again. If you need to, you can bandage here. It's a good idea to bandage even if it just heals you a little bit. I'm greedy here and I want this guy, so I'm just gonna go up and CS him. It's a good idea to like make like a big arch when you're cutting them around, so they don't like collapse on you. Because if I would to take this short way there to get to here, a lot of the mobs would path differently towards me, and they would like collapse on me. Again, you can just run on the right here, up and that way. This is like a super small niche thing that you can do that will give you a little bit more distance on the mobs. So while pulling these hunting phantasms, they'll spawn a crap ton of illusionary phantasms. A lot of these mobs in this pack is those, and they don't yield any XP or anything, right? Rank 1 Blizzard, and then I'm going to nade, probably. I don't know, maybe I didn't like the stack enough to throw a nade. I didn't like the stack enough. Forgot to swap to mage armor. And then prepping a nade here. I like throwing a nade when they're like around the corner here, because you'll hit a lot. You see 7,500 damage is like it's pretty nice. I'm mainly using rank 1 blizzards here. I'm not using very many max ranks because I just control is the most important. And if you bring good mana potions, you can keep this up for a long time. And now you see I have that healing debuff on me, so I don't want to like use my minor recombobulator or bandage or health pot or whatever. You're not really using health pot in this boost unless it's gonna save you from like dying. What I like to do sometimes, I greed it and I bandage like a few ticks if I can, if I need to. You want to place your blizzards on the thing here, right? On this ledge that we're jumping over all the time, right? That's what you don't want to place it on the ground. You want to place it on the ledge, because then you get the mobs that are up and the mobs that are down. So you kind of slow them so they don't run through. And you see that nade did a lot less, and it's actually because the first nade I did, there was a lot of these illusionary phantasms that took a hit from it. So we just removed a lot of those. And then you can, if you need to, you can run over to this corner and just blink to kind of get them all to stack a bit better if you feel like they're a bit too spread. You could also, if they're like super spread, just go up ice block and then blink as soon, like cancel our ice block, blink to this area, right, if you need to. Now I'm doing a few max ranks. I have Evo Ray as well. Sometimes if you're unlucky and you spend a bit too much time on the ledge here, right, the ledge we're jumping over all the time, some of the mobs will just reset their health, and it's super annoying. It is what it is. I'm greeting a few Evo ticks there, failing the jump. It's definitely a recommendation that you go in here, maybe with your main if you have one, and just clear the area so you can practice the ledge jump. The pulling part is not the difficult part, it's mastering the different ledges in here. And since it varies a lot on your character model whether or not you can hit them, yeah, I recommend you practice that first. See, I'm pretty sure those Anguish Dead reset their health because they're like at 100% already again, you know. Some of them at least. In my opinion, it's definitely worth to get engineering as a mage, especially if you're boosting. It depends on what you want to do, right? Like if you're prepping to do like Diamol East jump runs and you want to have mining and herbalism, you know, then you should bring that as of course. But if you're not planning on doing that, engineering is just so biz for a lot of boosts. It makes a lot of boosts a lot easier, and it increases like the management of mobs. I'm using LVL, and that's why my XP bar at the top looks blue. It's not rested XP. I don't have rested XP. So this is non-rested XP that I'm gaining. If you fail, like juggling them here, and you kind of want to, you know, do another loop to kind of get to the spot again and get them stacked, it's kind of tough because it's going to be hard to keep engaging the mobs so you don't lose out XP on them. Because if you don't touch them for like 20 seconds, 25 seconds, they're going to reset their XP. So even though, let's say that mob right there is 18%, has 18% HP left, if I don't touch it for 20 seconds, it's only going to reward me XP that's going to equal to that 18% HP that I've done, right? So if you do a loop, it's a good idea to kind of keep them engaged if you can without dying. But yeah, I'm going to show my talents at the end, but talents is in the description below. I don't know if I show my gear, but my gear is just of the eagle. Everything of the eagle. I have some engineering goggles that gives 9 spirit, 9 stam. And I have, what else do I have? I have some rings that only give stamina. Because the rings are so expensive at the auction house. Not that I can't afford it, but I just don't want to spend the gold. But yeah, once they're low, you don't really need the juggle spot anymore. And I'm gonna reset one of these mobs because it's too high. And my mana is too low, and I have like CD on Pot, Evo. I don't have a gem. I didn't even make a gem, so gonna reset this one. And it doesn't really matter if I reset this one because I can just pull it. And up here, by the way, this is a reset spot. On top of these graves is a reset spot, and you see these sticks, the one I used over there that I jumped on, these brown ones, you can't jump on those, but there are some a bit more light colored ones that are actually solid. Yeah, so on top of each of these graves, if you can manage to jump from here to up there, it's a reset spot, right? I couldn't manage to jump from here to there. On this side, on the other side up here, where I used the first jump to like do a little skip, you can reach the graves there if needed. And actually there is a juggle spot over there on top of the graves, but it's not better than this one, so I wouldn't recommend going for that one over there. Yeah, I just banished the full, right? I managed to get off a drink and eat, and then my mana was fine. Banished the full and then just continue to pull. So I will get that mob as well. If you miss any of the mobs, you can just pull them in with this one, right? And basically you just run down. Actually, I would wait with Novang so they are not there when you get back up. But yeah, hold your Nova for a bit. And now I'm just using the same strategy here. Jumping up against the wall as we did before to buy us some distance. So yeah, you see those more the grave markers here. Those are solid, and you can jump on those from the side. Especially, it's easiest to jump on them from the side of them. using the corner strategy just to get them to group a bit more. I would say if you can master this, and the higher level you get, the easier it gets as well. You can for sure pull off 14-minute runs, like with running out as well, not just killing him. And if you're thinking of, like, for the second pull when we're down in the tomb, if you're thinking about you know, pulling some additional mobs up here that you might have missed, I wouldn't bother if it's a hunting phantasm. They're just so annoying, especially if you don't have engineering. I wouldn't bother with them. I would just be happy that I didn't pull them the first time around. They're super annoying. And again, this ledge jump is different from each race, but as a human, you kind of like face towards. I'm gonna show you when I do it the next time. I'm just gonna pause for a second, right, and show you. Getting ready to nade here. And if you want to, you could, like I do there, right, target the phantasm and do a rank 1 fire blast. So I'm aiming in towards the wall, right, like straight into the wall, and then a little bit towards the left. So I'm not like 45 degreeing into the corner here, right? I'm not like going straight into the corner. I'm facing straight and then just angling like a smidge to the left, and that allows me to hit it. Pretty sure female trolls have an easy time with it. Undeads have an easy time with it. I don't know about undead females. They might also struggle a bit with the jump. And I've seen that gnomes also deal with the jump quite well. So, yeah. If you have any questions about the run, comment down below and I'll try to answer the best I can. But yeah. The consumables I'm using up here is Elixir of Fortitude. It gives me like 25 health. It's not the good version of it. And then I have like a Troll's Blood Potion and some Protection Scroll and a Spirit Scroll. I mean, the Spirit Scroll and the Protection Scroll actually helps out. It's not the good kind either, it's the cheap kind. Anything helps, right? I would say I have minor recombobulators because I was doing SM until level 32, not SM, I was doing Stockades until level 32. And especially at like a low level, they're super nice. At a bit higher level, like at 34 as my mage is here, it's not as big, but again, anything helps. All these small things, they add up and make it super easy. You could also bring some stamina and spirit food. I also have some. I also brought some food, but I think it ran out already. If you want any weak auras, if you want any, I don't know, my LVL setup, comment down below. My plater profile, I'll happily share. I have like a paste bin of it, but just comment down below if you need to. But yeah, my plan is to do this until 39. I learned this from watching Taiwan, by the way. Shout out to Taiwan. And I have some experience in here from SOD because I was doing this on my hunter actually in SOD. I have like an old video of it, doing it as a hunter in Season of Discovery. But yeah, now it's just running out the same way we came in. We're just, you know, kiting stuff, Nova, until we get out. But yeah, 15, 16 minutes for this run. I could be faster. If you have some good ID RNG with not that many of the phantasms, that's nice. Tell me everything. I wouldn't try to include any of these mobs into your poll because unless they're non-casters, like maybe the 2 last mobs, in human ads that are in the hallway. Not this first hallway, but right before we go up the stairs. But yeah. That's it, boys. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.